Hey folks, this is Pamela getting on here real quick before bed. I don't have the chat on tonight because I want to get this over and done with as soon as possible. But I thought I would get on here and let you guys know that at least 3 people were arrested this weekend at the Mayvan Hotel just before a big basketball game. They were talking about 3 people possibly involved in a plot to pull off a shooting, a Las Vegas-style shooting during an All-Star game. And this was posted earlier today at 10:30 this morning, around 10:30 this morning. And it says here, 3 men and 1 woman were arrested at the Mayvan Hotel in Denver on Friday night after a hotel housekeeper tipped off the cops to a large stash of guns and ammo on the 8th floor room. Wow. It was the Major League Baseball All-Star game that was going to happen. Anyway, let me try and clarify this for you. 3 men and 1 woman were arrested on Friday night after a hotel housekeeper had tipped off authorities to the large stash of guns and ammo on the 8th floor room. The hotel is near Coors Field, where Major League Baseball's All-Star game was being held next week. Wow. Wow. And it says here, Channel 7 in Denver says that the tip from the hotel employee, combined with other factors, caused the police to fear there could be a mass shooting event during the festivities, which is supposed to happen next week. Sources said the police recovered 16 long guns, body armor, and more than 1,000 rounds of ammo from the room, which featured a balcony overlooking the downtown area. The sources said they feared the number of weapons and ammo and vantage point and large crowds could have resulted in a Las Vegas-style shooting. Oh, man. So, yeah. I hope the police stop these 3 from committing this crime. Again, they recovered 16 long guns, some body armor, and more than 1,000 rounds of ammo from the room, which had a balcony overlooking the downtown area. The sources said they feared the number of weapons, along with the ammunition, the vantage point, and large crowds that could have resulted in a Las Vegas-style shooting. Unfucking real. I suppose they want to be another one of those mass shooters that'll pull off the job and then kill themselves because they're cowards. You guys remember the Las Vegas shooting, right? Let's see what else this says here. Police and SWAT were called to apprehend the suspects, and then they also impounded 2 cars. A hotel guest described to KDVR had described what happened when law enforcement came into the building. Once I got up to my room, the hotel phone started ringing. Hotel guest Drake Vowell says, Voell said. I answered, and they said for everyone to stay in their room because there was a situation. I asked what was going on, and they said there were just a few people that were up to no good on the 4th and the 8th floor. Wow. 3 of the suspects were also charged with drug offenses, according to Channel 7. One of them recently posted an alarming message on Facebook. And it says one of the suspects arrested on Friday had posted a message on Facebook referencing a recent divorce, saying that he was going to go out in a big way, according to the multiple law enforcement sources. So apparently one of these punk motherfuckers has gone through a divorce and was going to do something stupid. Real bright motherfucker. And it says here, the FBI says there was no threat to ASG, despite the presence of enormous amount of guns and ammo in the hotel room, just 1 block from Coors Field. An FBI spokesperson said on Sunday they have no reason to believe that they posed a threat to the All-Star Week. We are not aware of any threat to the All-Star Game events, venues, players, or the community at this time, a spokesperson said in a statement to the Denver Post. Denver police refused to provide any further info about the reports that they feared a Las Vegas-style shooting. They would not give any details on the reported Facebook message from one of the suspects. We are working with our local and federal law enforcement partners on this investigation and continue to ask the public if they see something, say something, a police spokeswoman said in a statement via the Denver Post. Wow. And it says here, Denver is staying prepared. Lola Esquin, a public information officer from Denver, let me try that again. Lola Esquin, a public information officer for Denver Office of Emergency Management, told Denver news station KDVR that the raid and arrest at the Mayvan Hotel were entirely handled by the police and SWAT. The Emergency Operations Center, which had been established for All-Star Week, didn't have to get involved. This shows they have it together, Esquin said. The Emergency Operations Center has more than 100 people on standby, ready to respond in case of an emergency, and the FBI are also observing and ready to get involved if needed. We already have shelters identified, call centers active. We're all standing by if it does escalate. Or if an incident like yesterday escalates to a bigger point, there is an agency that is overwhelmed. We have the resources to help, Esquin told KDVR. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. But I posted the article below, I think. Again, they caught 3 people that wanted to pull off possibly a Vegas-style shooting. And one of them posted on Facebook supposedly and said that he had gone through a divorce and was going to go out in a big way. And thanks to the housekeeper or the hotel worker that spotted the abnormal amount of guns and ammo going into a hotel room with a balcony and a perfect view of downtown Denver. Are you kidding me? We haven't learned anything from Mr. Paddock? Somebody certainly has. And we have to thank the person who called out these assholes that was going to pull off a possible Vegas-style shooting. Just shows how crazy people are. You went through a divorce. Big deal. You don't have to act like an asshole and pull off a Vegas-style shooting to prove that you're worthless. Come on. But again, it's just really pathetic and very, very stupid. I don't feel sorry for any of those 3 that were caught. They caught somebody on the 4th and I think the 8th floor for that. And thank God somebody had their eyes and ears open. And as they say, if you see something that's out of the ordinary, if you see something, you say something. You do something about it. You don't wait for something to happen. And thank God nothing is going to happen. And I think it's sad that people have to be stupid and think that they have to pull off a Vegas-style shooting to get known. I do not want to know what these shooters' names are. I don't care. They're just known as the possible shooters. They're a piece of shit. Let the law enforcement handle it, and they will handle it. And they have. If it weren't for that guy or that person having the sharp eyes and ears in that hotel seeing all that crap going into the room, who knows what would have happened this week coming up. So I think Denver, Colorado has things in order. They'll have everything in hand. And as they tell the public, as they tell each and every one of us in public, if you see something out of the ordinary, report it. You see something that's not right, you say something. And to the people that do this, you're a bunch of yellow lily-livered cowards. And I hope our law system throws the book at your ass. You need to go in jail for good. If you think you're going to pull off a Vegas-style shooting, forget it. Apparently you knuckleheads haven't learned a fucking thing about Stephen Paddock's situation. Yet that fucker was a coward. You know, and the scary thing about Mr. Paddock, when he shot up parts of that concert in Vegas, he left no digital footprint. Yet some dipshit may have gotten on Facebook and said, I just got a divorce. I'm going to do something big and I'm going to go out in a big way. Real smart, Shakespeare. Got you in the house of many doors. I hope you never get out. I hope none of you get out. You know, and you're a pathetic, shrimpy little coward. You belong up under a jail, motherfucker. You had a divorce, big deal. You know, the person divorced your ass. You need to figure out a way to move on. You don't have to be a dumbass. Just like I've never gotten married, but I would never go around killing anybody because of it. So you have to forgive my camera. It went out of focus. I think it's because of my TV. But you know what? I felt the need to get on here and talk about it. Again, if you have personal problems in your life and you don't know how to deal with it, get help. You don't have to be a dumbass and try to be a follower of Stephen Paddock's example. That ain't going to happen. And as to these three, I don't want to know what their names are. Let the judge and jury handle it. I know they'll probably never get out. They'll find out where they got those guns from. They'll know where they got the ammo from. They'll track them. They'll find out what happened and how they were able to get all that shit into a hotel again. But if it weren't for that worker, who knows what would have happened. But if you want, keep an eye out on Yahoo News, and if any other news outlets are reporting on this, keep an eye out. And if you know somebody in Denver, call them and make sure that they are okay. You know, it wouldn't hurt. But to the people who do this, you know, that did this shit and brought all that ammo in, go fuck yourself. You're a bunch of pinko, lily-livered cowards. Just because your life sucks, it doesn't give you the right to take it out on other people that want to live their lives. You know, we're back in baseball season. People are trying to get out and live their lives again. And just because your life sucks doesn't mean you can take out your misery on other people. But then they'll have a special place in hell for you. You'll be joining Stephen Paddock there real soon. Sooner than you think. Because life is not very long, people. But if you want to be a dumbass, well, you sure are a dumbass because your little stunt got foiled by a good Samaritan that wanted to keep us safe. And I want to thank that Samaritan. Thank you so much for calling out these pinko commie cowards. I hope our law system throws the book at these morons, and I hope they never get out on the street again. They should be in solitary confinement for a lot of years. You know, your little stunt ain't going to happen. And I hope the All-Star game goes off well, and I hope the people that are visiting Denver, I hope they enjoy themselves. I hope they have the best time ever. And they won't have to worry about these stupid, crazy-ass gun nuts who think, oh, my life sucks. I'll take my transgressions out on everybody else. Screw you, you so-called shooters. You ain't getting nothing. You're going to be getting a lot of time in jail, as you should. Well, gang, I've said my bit on this shit. I've taken it up enough of your time. I'm going to be getting on here sometime this weekend, and we will talk about this more then. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Keep clean. And if you haven't gotten your shot yet, please get your shots. It's too important. You got your family and your friends to think about and the community in which you live to think about. Don't be the dumb one, okay? Don't be one of those that would lay in the hospital later on and say, I must have made a mistake. And I heard about this new version that's going through our country right now. Until we can get some of these variants under control, even though I'm fully vaxxed, I will wear my mask for as long as it takes. I don't like it because in summertime it gets hot, but I will do what I have to keep you safe and take care of everybody else. So as we go through the week, if you're going to the All-Star game out there in Denver, be careful and have fun. And as the article says, if you see something out of the ordinary, you say something. Talk to the local authorities there. They will handle it. And I want to thank that person again that called these pricks out. The hotel worker that spotted all the ammo and some of the weapons. I'm glad they called these bastards out because, if they hadn't, who knows what would have happened this week. There you go. But I'll talk to you guys sometime here this week. It's about almost 10 o'clock. I've got to try and get to bed. Take care of yourselves and each other. Check in with family. Talk to friends. And just try and keep yourself healthy. And, I've got a lot going on right now. So in terms of family, yes. But in terms of my health, I go for my colonoscopy next month. So we'll get into that sometime, maybe tomorrow or the next day. So, yeah. It's not going to be fun, but I have to do it since I'm now 50 years old. So I'll talk to you later on that situation. So, yeah. Have a good night, everybody, and take care of yourselves. Bye.